स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय Ramakrishnaaya te namaha. Today we are very fortunate to have revered Swami Atmeshanandaji Maharaj, President Vedanta Center of Sydney, Australia. He will be speaking on a very important subject, the advent of Sri Ramakrishna. Swami Atmeshanandaji Maharaj joined Ramakrishna order in 1978, and Maharaj received initiation from most revered Swami Vireshwaranandaji Maharaj, the 10th president of the Ramakrishna order and also a disciple of the Holy Mother Sharda Devi. In the beginning, he received monastic training at its headquarters in Belur Math. He served at Belur Math headquarters and also in Rajkot, Mumbai, Bangalore. And he was in Basavangudi Ashrama also, and later he became the manager of our Alsur Center, which was a brand center at that time. Then he went to Singapore. Swamiji arrived in Sydney, Australia in 2001, serving there until 2013 before establishing the Brisbane Center. Since moving to Brisbane in 2013, he established the local center, leading regular in-person and online scriptural classes and interfaith activities. In Brisbane Center, he conducted classes on the Bhagavad Gita, hosted weekly programs, and led celebrations of the Holy Trio, Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, and Swami Vivekananda. The most important part of his activities in Brisbane is community involvement. He actively participated in interfaith dialogues with the Queensland Faith Communities Council and community events. In Vedanta Center, Brisbane, under his guidance, there is a food bank for the needy, and the center also offers yoga classes. We heartily welcome Swami Atmeshanandaji Maharaj on your behalf and also on the behalf of Ramakrishna Math, Bangalore. Hearty welcome, Swamiji. Now I request Swami Atmeshanandaji Maharaj to give a lecture on Advent of Sri Ramakrishna.
Om Sarvadharmastapakastvam Sarvadharmaswarupakah Acharyanam Mahacharyo Ramakrishnaya te namaha. My respectful pranams to revered Swami Nityasthanandaji Maharaj. My regards to other Swamis and also Brahmacharins, and my regards to all elders, and good wishes to all other devotees. Swami Vireshwaranandaji gave a very long biodata, written long biodata about myself, of which I am unworthy. But I can say this much, that Sri Ramakrishna is a maverick who can extract the best out of everyone. He decides who is deserving and he decides who is not. This experience through the past several years has brought to me the conviction that Sri Ramakrishna is not only present, but he is working in and through us. Us meaning not only Swamis or Brahmacharis, but through every devotee. For that, we should consider ourselves as really fortunate. Rarely do we get such an opportunity to be an instrument in the hands of the Lord. In 1836, there was Sri Ramakrishna's birth centenary celebrations. It was being celebrated all over the world, also in Kolkata and in Varanasi. A very famous Sanskrit Pandit was asked to come and give a talk on Sri Ramakrishna at the Sri Ramakrishna Advaita Ashrama in Varanasi. He was a professor at the Benares Hindu University, and he stunned the monks by describing Sri Ramakrishna as follows. He said, when Vasishtha, the family guru of the clan of Surya Vamsha, he was asked to come and name Namakarana Madodik Karsidru. He was asked to come and name the baby. He just gave a 2-word name, Rama. So Dasharatha was not satisfied. Said, I am a Chakravarti and my son has only such a small name. No, this won't do. Then Sage Vasishtha said, look here, there is a reason for this. This baby is not an ordinary one. He is the combination of Narayana and of Shiva. How? Said, look, take the name or the mantra, Om Namo Narayanaya. You take out the one letter called Ra from there. What will remain? Om Namo Nayanaya. Na Ayanaya. Yav rastenu illa. That will become meaningless. So I am taking out that Ra from Vishnu's name, Ra, and then what is the most important letter in Shiva? Shiva's mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. So you take out the ma from the mantra, it will become na Shivaya, no Shiva. Or of course it can say Naha Shivaya, Naha means we, that is also another possibility. But Na Shivaya, so in that case it will be meaningless. So take that, I have taken that Ma from Shiva's mantra and Ra from Narayana mantra. So Rama has both these qualities, that is Narayana as well as Shiva. Sri Ramakrishna was given this first name and then Krishna. Karshayati iti Krishnaha, Akarshayati iti Krishnaha. Karshayati, that means he can scrape you of all dirts. Many a times, devotees who are very devoted to Guru Maharaj, they have asked me this question. Swamiji, we go to this place and that place, we see all those devotees are all very well to do and they are living very happy lives. But we who have taken Sri Ramakrishna's name, we have to undergo a lot of suffering. Why is it? So I tell them this, I give this example, Karshayati. He scrapes us, makes us very clean, but also Akarshayati. He also is the one who attracts us towards himself. I have also wondered sometimes why the devotees of Ramakrishna are so few in number. Because the magnet has not attracted them. It has attracted only a rare few. Sri Ramakrishna himself has said that those who come here, for them it is the last birth. It has got several meanings. I don't want to go into those philosophical meanings, but it is very true that Sri Ramakrishna becomes like a magnet for those who try to come nearer to him or who approach him. In fact, Sri Ramakrishna says he had such a beautiful body, had such a beautiful complexion, that when he went to the village called Shihor, which was his nephew Hriday Ram's village, and there when he went, the kirtaniyas, the people who sing, they would come and try to see him and try to sing the kirtans day and night. He says, I could not even sleep. All the time they were singing. One of the things was his attraction towards them. Then, seeing this, he prayed, or he went on striking his own body and says, go inside, let all the external beauty go inside. Holy Mother Sharda Devi also says that Sri Ramakrishna used to wear a golden amulet. Golden Kadaga alva? Kadaga, Kannadadalli. So, golden amulet. And Mother says that Sri Ramakrishna's body color and the amulet were the same. You could not distinguish the Kadaga from his body. That was his complexion. So, physically even, he was attracting everyone. And of course, for those who think of him, who try to understand him, he becomes nearer and nearer. One of the things which people ask me, why did you become a monk? I said, I did not become a monk. Sri Ramakrishna brought me. I didn't have any choice. He just dragged me. That is very true. I didn't have any qualification to become a monk. But Sri Ramakrishna, out of his infinite grace, brought me to his fold, for which I am always grateful, and therefore my dedication increases because of such a feeling. There are two streams, as we know. One is Shivopasana and the other is Narayana Upasana. Sri Ramakrishna's parents separately had these two experiences. When Kshudiram Chattopadhyaya went to Gaya, Vishnu Gaya, there he had the vision of Gaya Vishnu coming to him in a dream and say, I am coming to your house. The poor Brahmin shuddered and thought, O Lord, how can you come to my house? I am a poor Brahmin. I can hardly maintain my own family. And how can I look after you? The Lord said, that is not your business. It is my business. I have to look after myself. I will look after myself. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. Such a wonderful statement by Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. And then his mother had this vision of Shiva, Lord Shiva, come out, his rays of light coming from the Shiva temple, entering into her womb, and then she fell unconscious and felt that she had conceived. What an extraordinary vision that both of these had at probably same time, simultaneously they had this vision. So there is no doubt in, or should not be any doubt in our minds, that Sri Ramakrishna represents both these streams. Whether we are Shaivas or Vaishnavas, it's all the same. Sri Ramakrishna represents both of them. As I said in Rama, there is both Narayana as well as Shiva. Sri Ramakrishna was born in Bengali they call it as Dheki Shala. That means the room where the husking machine is kept. People of our generation and older to us have seen the husking machine even in villages in Karnataka. But nowadays probably you don't see it anymore except in museums. So Sri Ramakrishna was born in the Dhekishala. Why was he born in such a very difficult place where the husking machine is kept? We can find some meaning in that also. What does a husking machine do? You put the batta, that means paddy, and then it separates the husk from the rice. It separates the husk from the rice. Sri Ramakrishna represents this, that he is the one who asks us to separate the non-essentials from the essentials. Whatever is essential, keep it on. Whatever is not essential, do not bother about it. Throw it away if it is not necessary. In village life in those days in Kamarpukur, this separation of essentials and non-essentials were unknown. Everybody followed what is known as Loka Pratha. That means whatever is coming through the generations, you keep on following it. Just like some Sri Ramakrishna himself used to say, a mother-in-law used to keep a cat. She had a cat, and during the Shraddha ceremony, she used to tie it with a rope and tie it to a corner of the house. Nobody questioned her. So when the mother-in-law passed away, the daughter-in-law, when she had to organize the Shraddha, by that time the cat had died. She went and borrowed a neighbor's cat and then tied her to a post. Somebody asked, "What are you doing?" "Well, this is the pratha. This is what my mother-in-law used to do. That's what I am doing." So we have to separate the essentials from the non-essentials. Sri Ramakrishna was born in a village. The village life was full of simplicity. Even today, if you go to remote villages where not much of the city sophistication has entered, you can still see that simplicity in the hearts of people. Not only in India, but even in Australia where I live, when I go to some of the interior villages and all that, I see that openness and that the charity and the love that they shower upon you. One of our devotees is a doctor. He said when he first went from India to Australia, one had to serve in the rural villages for 4 years or so to get the license. Nowadays the things have changed a little. So this was in the 1970s. So he was assigned to some duty in some remote village. And he went there, and by the time they reached, it was almost midnight. So he and his wife, they both went and slept over there. In the morning, they open their door and they see trays of eggs, a chicken, and some vegetables kept outside. So they didn't understand, what is this? So they waited till somebody came and they said, "What is this?" He said, "Sir, you are coming from so far and you have come here to save our lives. This is the least that we can do. Any time you want, we will supply you these. We will not ask you for money." So that simplicity is there even in the hearts of villagers everywhere. So Sri Ramakrishna was born in a place where there was no sophistication whatsoever. But yet, there was this stronghold of Mudha Nambike. That means having a little bit of less of common sense. Let us use that word, less of common sense. So there was this villager called Dharmadas Laha, and he had a very big house. The house is still there. Those of you who have gone to Kamarpukur would have seen it. And so he used to take pride in saying that nobody has seen the face of women in my house. It was those days of Parda system, you see. So women would always have an inner apartments and the men would be sitting in the outer apartments, and except women, nobody could enter the inner apartments. So he used to take pride in saying that. Young Gadadhar said, let me do something. Let me break this ego of this fellow. So one day, dressed as a fisherwoman with a basket in her arm, she went and said to this gentleman, said, "Sir, I have come from far. I am very tired. Can I just go inside and rest for a little while and talk to the women, he immediately said, "Oh, that's all right, you are a woman, you can go." So he went inside dressed as a fisherwoman, and there he regaled the women with laughter. They immediately understood that this was their favorite Gadadhar, Gadai. And so he spent the whole afternoon over there. And then when it was evening, his brother Ramkumar came calling, "Gadai, Gadai, where are you?" And Sri Ramakrishna from inside, he cried out, "Dada, ami aschi, brother, I am coming, I am coming." And he ran out, and Dharmadas Laha's face became red. He said, "This fellow has cheated me." So with this, Sri Ramakrishna also broke those meaningless traditions which was there. And then he comes to Kolkata, wherein his village simplicity, his guilelessness. I was telling somebody yesterday that Swami Nikhilanandaji translated this Sarolata in Bangla, in Bengali, as guilelessness. It's a beautiful translation. There is no guile, that is, there is no cheating behind. It is so pure. Simplicity, pure simplicity. So this guilelessness, it attracted all people. Keshav Sen, a very famous preacher, Bankim Chandra, you know who he is, Vande Mataram, who wrote Vande Mataram, and the Tagore family, Dayananda Saraswati, all of them were attracted towards him. Akarshayati, they all got attracted towards him. Vidyasagar, Ishwara Chandra Vidyasagar, all of them were attracted to him in some measure or the other, and his influence definitely was upon them. Though it is very subtle, but it has definitely been on them. And all of them have admitted that it is his simplicity that attracted them towards him. That simplicity, the heart which is totally guileless, totally pure, that is what Sri Ramakrishna represents to us. We then see young Gadadhar enacting as Shiva during the Shivaratri celebrations. So the very mention of Lord Shiva brought in him the transformation, because he was a Shivamsha, a portion of part of Lord Shiva. So immediately he transformed. He went into deep samadhi at the age of 10, and he lost outer consciousness. Everybody thought this boy has got epilepsy, fits. But no, it was not so. He was absorbed. When the name of the Lord was uttered in his ears, in later years, everybody knew what to do when he would go into such ecstasy. When it was uttered, slowly he would open his eyes and he would come to the normal world. So we can see that by enacting the role of Lord Shiva, Sri Ramakrishna almost reached the goal of his life, that is to become one with the Lord Shiva. Earlier we can see that at the age of 6, when he was walking on the bark of the rice field, eating some puri, rice puffs, so he was looking upwards and he saw the white cranes against the black clouds, and immediately his mind went to that realm. See, Lord Krishna is black. Lord Krishna is black, and then in his background there is the white cranes are there. So he lost his outer consciousness. We later see Sri Ramakrishna in 1855 coming to Dakshineshwar. He first came to help his brother in organizing or running the school. He was asked to study there, but he said, "No, I don't want to study." So all of you have read those in his biography, all these details, and I won't go into that. So then he was first given the responsibility of looking after the Radha Govinda temple, which is there in Dakshineshwar. So by this, he seems to have given sanction to the Loka Dharma, that is, start from where you are and go forward. Some people ask us the question, how to practice Advaita Vedanta? So we say, that is a far cry. First start with where you are. Start with Dvaita, then go to Vishishta Advaita. Finally you will reach Advaita. Do not try to jump and try to fly over there. No, it is not possible. Start from where you are. I am separate, God is separate. Krishna is separate from me, I am separate from him. So you start from there and slowly inch your way towards the divine. One of the conclusions that Sri Ramakrishna had come to was that worship of God or spiritual life is not for weaklings. It is not for weaklings, for namby-pamby people. It is for the ones with strong will and determination. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna exhorts Arjuna and says, Klaibyam asmagamah partha. Do not yield to unmanliness, O Partha. It's a lesson for all of us. We think that today we will become spiritual and tomorrow we will swerve away from the path. No, it is not it. We must have that steely determination. Determined that I shall be able to reach the divine. And the human form, that is the form of the divine, and our aspiration to go beyond the form also must be there. In the life of Sri Ramakrishna, we see this. He was intensely attached to Mother Kali. But yet, when his Advaita Guru, that is Totapuri, came and he asked, would you become my disciple? Sri Ramakrishna said, wait, let me go to my mother. He went to the temple, asked for the permission from the Divine Mother, came back, and then he said, yes, mother has permitted me. So Totapuri thought, oh, this boy is a good boy, but probably he has some emotional issues. He thinks that the image can talk with him and all that. So anyway, when he initiates him and then asks him to go beyond the form, Sri Ramakrishna could not go beyond the form. And then his Guru advises him, as soon as the form of the mother comes to you, cut her off with the sword of Jnana. So immediately, Guru Vakya, whenever you hear a Guru Vakya, you must follow it to the letter. This we see in Sri Ramakrishna's life. He immediately followed that and he cut off the form of the Divine Mother and he entered into Samadhi and remained there for 3 days and 3 nights. That is Sri Ramakrishna for all of us. We can keep on talking about Sri Ramakrishna for hours together. I will not talk too much about Sri Ramakrishna himself, but I will just narrate to you some incidences from my experiences, if I can put it that way. Having started the work in Australia. So when myself and Swami Sri Ramakrishna went there, he was 75 years old, and so I was asked to go and help him. I was in Singapore, so I was asked to go and help him there. So we went and started. I was startled to find how Sri Ramakrishna had penetrated this very remote country so long ago. In 1894, a lady called Elsie Pickett, she had come to study in Colombo, Sri Lanka. In those days, many people from the West used to go and study in Sri Lanka. And so she had gone to study, and there she met Swami Shivanandaji, the second president of the Ramakrishna Sangha. And she started attending his Gita classes. She was greatly attracted towards him. He also saw something in her, gave her brahmacharya diksha and named her Haripriya, Sister Haripriya. And then he told her, now it is for you to go back to your country, that is Australia, and there preach about Sri Ramakrishna. So that is how way back in 1894, Sri Ramakrishna already entered such a remote country as Australia. So she went there, started classes everywhere, and thus the message of Sri Ramakrishna started spreading. She did not live for too long. We do not know when she passed away, but apparently she was not there for too long. Then there was another lady who was sent in 1905 by Swami Prakashananda from California, that is from San Francisco. He taught this lady some Vedantic scriptures and said, you go and preach Sri Ramakrishna and the Vedanta philosophy. She also went and started preaching. Then in about 1918, there was this bricklayer, Gare Mistri. This bricklayer was very much addicted to drinking Tirtharupi. So he was very much addicted to that, and he was spending his time and money wastefully. He had lost his parents, and so one day it was his birthday, and his sister, elder sister with whom he used to live, told him, go and buy some beer, buy some sweets, buy a cake, take this money, go and buy this, and come back, and on your way back, invite your friends for the evening party. So he took the money. As he was going under the harbour bridge, Sydney Harbour Bridge, there was a second-hand bookshop, and there he stood there, and he saw a blue book, small blue book. It was written as Raja Yoga by Swami Vivekananda. Immediately some voice told him a few times, Vivekananda, Vivekananda, Vivekananda. This is what he has described. Vivekananda, Vivekananda, Vivekananda. So he could not resist. He purchased that book, went through the pages, and he said, this is what I wanted. Took it, went home, told his sister, cancel all party, no more parties for me. So no more beer, no more drinks for me. And so he started studying the Raja Yoga of Vivekananda. Immediately he said, this is the life that I wanted to lead, but I didn't know what it is that I was lacking. So he wrote to Advaita Ashrama, Calcutta, and saying, I want to lead this kind of life. Where can I do so? Then Swami, it was sent to Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj, and Shivanandaji Maharaj sent a letter and said, come, James Wales was his name, James, come here. So he went to Calcutta, stayed there for several years. I have heard it even from Swami Bhuteshanandaji Maharaj that James Wales was with him during the 1927 convention. There is a picture at Belur Math. I just pointed out to the manager Maharaj of Belur Math that the name Sahib Maharaj, which is there, must be replaced by his name, which was given as Viveka Chaitanya, Brahmachari Viveka Chaitanya. But since Belur Math was infested with mosquitoes, malaria was rampant, so he had to go back. Mahapurush Maharaj, Shivanandaji said, go back to your country, lead a life of purity. That is enough for you. You have got the mantra, you have got the tools for your future life, so you just go and spread the name of Sri Ramakrishna. So he went back. In 1936, he held Sri Ramakrishna's birth centenary celebrations over there in Sydney, and he lived a most pious life over there, and people used to call him the holy man. And he used to go to elderly people, help them, buy them groceries, and then take it to them and reach it to them. That's what he used to do. That is how Sri Ramakrishna has spread. Afterwards, Swami Ranganathananji Maharaj came there first. Oh, actually, even before that, there was one lady, Vilma Spencer. She came here to Basavangudi Ashrama in the 1950 or 51, I cannot remember. Took initiation from Yatishwarananji Maharaj, went back, and she had a station wagon, like a utility van. And she used to keep all books arranged there, go to all the circuses and cinema halls, and then she would keep it. When they would come out, she would try to sell the books for Sri Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, Sharada Devi, and the Vedanta literature. That's how Sri Ramakrishna has spread himself. We are only his instruments, and we can be only his instruments. And never for a minute should we think that we are doing his service. It is he who is getting us do his service. With these few words, I would like to offer my humble pranams to Swami Nityasthananji Maharaj again, and Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayosritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Namaskara.
We are very thankful to Swami Atmeshanandaji Maharaj for his beautiful description and the uniqueness of the Ramakrishna's advent. On the behalf of Ramakrishna Math and the behalf of all of you, I am very thankful to revered Swamiji. Priyatam Pundarikakshaha Sarvayajneshwaro Harihi Tasmin Tushte Jagattushtam Prinite Prinitam Jagat Harihi Om Tatsat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. जय श्री गुरु महाराज जी की जय, जय श्री महामाई की जय, जय श्री स्वामी जी महाराज जी की जय।